And at the end of the movie, the guy asks his once best friend, they're not even cool anymore. He's like, why would you do that to me? He said, because you let me. And because you let me, I wanted to see how far I could go before you broke. And that's the same thing with America. You get what I'm saying? He's pushing the limits. How far can I go? Y'all still ain't impeached me. I'm still here. How far can I go? You know?
Real talk.
And my problem is, like I said on the podcast, you guys should check it out too, More Wine Podcast, and give y'all a plug. Is that people are fake woke. And what I mean by fake woke is they're bandwagons. You get what I'm saying? So and they don't actually get their media from doing, or their news from doing research. They're looking at social media. Y'all looking at the Shade Room to get y'all news. You get what I'm saying? So you're not actually looking at the people that y'all have in office and your local government, which can change who's in, our federal government system, and not looking at the policies that actually affect us and what you should stand on. You're looking at the news that you saw in the Shade Room and it pissed you off, so I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna protest for this. But you're not looking at the distraction that they're causing, and they're signing, like there was one thing, I can't even remember what it's called right now, that President Obama, and I love Obama, that he signed into office where if it came time of war or anything like that, I'm calling everybody, I'm changing the age limit, but they don't look at that. So that affects you may not want to be in the military, but that's going to affect you, that's going to affect your sister, your brother, your younger sister, your grandfather, but they don't look at that. They look at the distraction that they're getting from social media news outlets, which aren't even news outlets, they're aggregators of news. You get what I'm saying? They're collecting things from other sources. So Trump just tested our limits. Y'all ain't doing shit. I really don't feel like doing shit.
He definitely
That's what it is.
He definitely
We just keep wilding out.
Yeah.
He definitely is. And then what else he do? Another thing he did. So they ended the temporary permits for El Salvadorians. So they have up until they gave them to September 20th, 19 to go back to their homelands. So,
And they're doing that in a couple other countries as well.
So Trump is on it.
Yeah.
He's serious then.
Right, they're not.
He ain't playing.
I mean, he's pushing the agenda of his voters.
Yeah, like you said, you can see how far they go. That's the same thing with cop killers. They're gonna see how far we go. It's same with the H&M and all this other. They're gonna see
But
how
he's
far
not
we
even
go.
really pushing the agenda of his voters, because his voters are broke as hell, middle America white people that he does not give two fucks about. They cannot afford a one-night stay or even a dinner at his hotel. So he's not worried about them either. He's worried about the agenda of his rich white colleagues.
I disagree. And I say that only because while there are policies concerning like financial advancement and economics that only benefit those rich white counterparts, those rich white counterparts are not as concerned about like immigration and travel ban, just because that doesn't feed their economic bottom line.
Okay, I agree with that.
So I don't agree simply because the bottom line of his rich counterparts is that of the economic policy.
Right. Okay.
The immigration policy is that of his base, which are, poor, inbred, white Americans who despise people that they have no idea of from a cultural standpoint. So I think that he's feeding the beast of both ends.
Okay.
And economic policy, that feeds like your rich counterparts, that suits them. And then in terms of immigration policy, that suits your base, so that they know that you're serious about cleaning up America by getting these harmful immigrants out of the country.
Okay, I can agree
like
with that.
that's, that's my perspective. I think that he's, like hitting racism and bigotry and the ugliness of at the root of America from like a very like full circle perspective.
And I don't know if any of you guys watched the new Dave Chappelle special.
Yeah.
I didn't get to finish it.
Hilarious.
They're hilarious, but they're also like politically
Motivated.
fueled
I can appreciate
as well,
it. I can
which I
definitely
appreciate.
it.
But he said, I forgot the point I was gonna make, that piggyback off of that, but just check out the specials.
No, I agree. Actually, I was able to make it to the last night. It was weird. I saw myself in the video. I was real present. but like I remember like not just like enjoying the special, but kind of looking around, right? Because there were just as many white folks as there were us. Maybe more. And they had great seats, by the way. So we're sitting in the front, right? We're on the second row, and like everybody around us doesn't look like us for the most part. And I'm looking at like the discomfort, right, within the body language and the faces of these people, like, because they're trying to figure out too, what about this can I laugh at, right? Because there are very racially charged jokes all throughout that set, right? Because he gonna say what he wanna say. So it was just interesting, like being there, watching like people get uncomfortable at certain
How
parts
did that
of the
make you
show.
feel?
Honestly, I mean, I felt proud, like. Exactly.
I felt real good.
I felt great, like.
Right.
Shout out to
I can laugh at all
Maryland,
this.
so you know.
Right.
No,
I can laugh at everything.
Falling over like, haha, that's funny.
Right. You can't laugh. You can't laugh. I'm gonna laugh.
You thought that was funny? Huh? Straighten up. It was
Right,
amazing. I love it.
Right. Hey man, that's crazy. So we're gonna wrap that up with Trump. We all kind of got the same mindset with Trump. You know, like I said, I hate talking about Kirby and I hate talking about Trump. It's like every day. It's every day. Light aside right quick. Genuine. How y'all feel on this this whole transgender issue now?
Is that lighter?
That's heavy.
That's heavy.
KB, man, we go to the brother right quick. KB, man.
Tell me what happened. 'Cause I-
All right, so you know he's on the reality show or whatnot, and
Big Brother.
Big Brother. So they having a conversation about transgenders. So Miss. I'm sorry, a transgender person. I'm sorry, a transgender person. Hey man, they know me. A transgender person was just asking Genuine, hey, would you kiss? You'll kiss a female, right? He's like, yeah. And so she's like, would you kiss me? He said, no, you're transgender. No, I wouldn't. So now she upset. She got real irate, like that's not
Are we just
fair.
supposed to forget that you were once a man? Like, I don't
First of all,
understand
the bigger issue is that I felt like that person was very aggressive with him.
I personally didn't.
We're in a social climate. I only know because I saw like the clips.
You would have asked me in
Like,
private,
right?
you would have got the same answer.
Right, you would have got the same answer.
You got the
But
same
like
answer.
from the perspective of where we are, like from a socioeconomic standpoint, right? We just had an entire movement about Me Too, right? About not being ashamed of sexual harassment and about having the freedom to make your own decisions in terms of who you decide to be involved with, et cetera, et cetera. So for you to force yourself on me and to think that that's okay because your agenda follows that of something that's more popular in this country is harassment, is degrading. And I feel like it's exactly what's wrong. Like, I feel like a lot of, and this is not always the case, but I feel like a lot of what's motivating this entire story is white supremacy. Because I feel like if this was a black transgender, nobody would have a problem with it.
Exactly.
But, you know, the fact that this is a white transgender individual, that you have the right to force yourself on me. And me saying no, because it doesn't meet your socioeconomic standard, now it's a problem. Nah, like if this was a nigga, nobody would care. So, I mean, I just feel like all of these things like are feeding the machine. This is only news to you because you're white and you feel like you have a right to
You
force
have your
yourself
own
on me,
reading.
as you always have.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's just me. But, I ain't slept in like
I just
12
don't
hours.
even
I mean, it wouldn't be a big deal. I mean, it would be.
To me, it ain't a conversation.
You would have gotten rejected either way, white or black.
Really
That's not
ain't.
even
Really ain't.
Touch me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like this person would have been rejected either
But
way.
remember, I said we have to ask the right question.
You do have to ask the right question.
Understanding the psychology, and so if we know that there's a political agenda being pushed, the bigger question or the bigger imagery that was put out there is this transgender person is saying and creating an argument that you're discriminating against me because I am a woman.
Right.
And if that's what she asked. She
First
said,
of all,
but wait a minute.
You're sexually harassing me.
But she,
She was trying to force a kiss on me.
she was
Transgender, no
argument
transgender.
was,
You're
I'm a
sexually
woman,
harassing. Like,
and
back
you're
up.
discriminating against
not.
me because you're discriminating against me because you would kiss other women, but you won't kiss me. I'm not a preference, and as a transgender, I think it's unfair because now most men are discriminating against us because
Why don't our black men have a choice?
And
Why do I have to accept?
So that's the
why do our
question.
men have to accept anything you get? Like you come out here and you know what I'm saying on your nigga bitch swag, and like I'm just supposed to be cool. First of all, what if I don't like you? Period. Like, I don't know if I like you when I first meet you enough to kiss you. That's as a woman to any man or whatever. Like, I don't know if I want to kiss him when I first meet him, and I have a right to take my time to figure that out, no matter what that is. Why is it that our men don't even get a choice? Like America immediately jumps on our men as though they're the bad guys. Like we don't have a choice as to who you want to be physically involved with. The whole situation is erroneous because of the fact that
That's
you
why I
should
can't
have a
even
right
talk
to
about it,
decide who you want to kiss.
stupid shit
No
like
matter
that, I
what, you
can't even
answer
talk
yourself
about
on me, it's wrong.
Yeah, because if it's a dude, I like dudes.
Yeah.
If I don't want to kiss your ass, it's plenty of dudes out here that I'm not kissing. Like,
I bet you 6 seconds.
Exactly.
Now put your mouth.
Exactly. I was just about to say,
What you got? Like,
your lips not really looking that attractive right now. Like,
if I meet a nigga at Walmart, right, and we walking through the house together, getting to know each other, and we walk off
Hey, would
out
you
the
kiss a
Walmart,
guy?
and he can't kiss me.
You wanna
goodbye.
kiss a guy?
I expect you. Like, what are you talking about? We gonna shake hands, sir.
But the issue that was sidestepped and that Genuine politically handled was I do not prefer transgender. And nobody wants to make that statement.
No man does, man.
why is that
Don't talk
wrong?
like that, like-
He's being very honest
feel like
about
that's
what he
what
did. What he
Because that's not
It's
even
not like
argument.
he's lying.
It's not like
But he ain't supposed to say that or something?
if
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So the answer,
What happened to him being able to say whatever?
the answer to the question why black men don't have a choice, because the game is to demasculize the black man.
Exactly.
You know, so stop the rise of the black man. So you know that's the goal. So every picture they're gonna paint is some way trying to tear us down, to demasculize us, to make it seem like this should be cool to y'all. That's, you know, so
Exactly.
That was the bigger argument.
Right.
And I feel like that's unfair because, like I said, like I feel like if this were an African, like if this were, the donkey out with the pink lips that be dancing, if that was him trying to kiss Genuine, no one would care.
Exactly.
No, I don't feel like the transgender community would be fighting as hard if these were two black men dealing with each other. I just feel like race is a part of why this argument is so prevalent, why it's news, and why people feel